Put him on the news, son. Put him on the news, huh? Put him on the news, son. Whoa, put him on the news, huh?
Yo, what's good with y'all? Welcome to my channel. If you're not new here, welcome back. It's your boy Dre, and we about to react to some new Rockstars. They got some trailer footage right now. What I was about to say, I don't know what I was finna say. Sometimes I still get tongue tied. I don't know, but yeah, appreciate anybody tuning in for sure once again. And if you're new here, I hope you like what you see. And yo, what's good with y'all? Welcome to my channel. It's your boy Dre. If you're not new here, welcome back. Today we got some new Rockstars trailer footage breakdown. If y'all not new here, y'all know I reacted to the second trailer they dropped, and I was hyped for that because I didn't think I would catch another trailer, being that the movie is literally less than a month away. Next month, it comes out the end of next month. So let me know in the comments if you're about to see it. I know I'm gonna try to, at least, for sure. And yeah, man, without any further delay. Before that though, y'all know what I'm finna say. My second channel, I'm about to be over there. My first video probably would be tomorrow, and it's gonna be a lot different than reactions. I'm gonna do on like vlogs and story times and talking more to the camera about like my personal life or things that go on in my life, and probably advice I could offer people that could help them out in their life, and just other crazy, wacky, dumb shit. I don't fucking know. I don't know yet, but I gotta figure it out because I'm about to start soon. Sometimes this week. I'll put the clip or something in the video here, so if you don't see this, you'll probably end up seeing a clip from anything I do from that channel on here. But let me make sure I do what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, man, look. Other than that, appreciate y'all. Shout out to y'all. Let's check out what new Rockstars has got in store for us today.
So, in addition to Hulk, Grey Hulk, Punisher, and Jean Grey, oh, and Scorpion, the Hand, Boomerang, Tarantula, Ramrod, Jackal, Tombstone, we also get a clue of the Shocker coming back, and we still don't know who the villain of Spider-Man Brand New Day is. I'm Eric Voss of the New Rockstars channel, and new footage for Spider-Man Brand New Day has revealed even more villains that Peter has to deal with in his lonely New York City, as well as some heartbreaking Easter eggs in his apartment, and one big clue that could help us connect all of these sad dots. In this video, I'm going to break down all the new things we have learned from the various promos that have been coming out on social media in the past week. Also, every week in the month of July here on the New Rockstars channel, you will be able to see our 3 big breakdowns of the last 3 Tom Holland Spider-Man movies: Spider-Man Homecoming, Far From Home, and No Way Home, with all new Easter eggs and connections.
Before the movie comes out, anybody watching this, please let me know which one has been y'all favorite. I feel like a lot of y'all will say No Way Home. That's probably mine, obviously, because of all this stuff going on, especially with the inclusion of Andrew Spider-Man and Toby Spider-Man and all the original OG villains we've seen before. But if I don't say No Way Home, I'd probably say Far From Home. So yeah, probably No Way Home number 1, Far From Home number 2, and then Homecoming. That doesn't make Homecoming trash. It's just they got better over time. I don't know, but y'all let me know.
To Brand New Day and beyond that we never spotted before. So subscribe here to the New Rockstars channel for all those goodies. Releasing today was this promo that shows Peter acknowledging Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker from Spider-Man No Way Home as Peter 2, of course calling back the weird nomenclature system they came up with where Tobey's Peter was Peter 2 and Andrew Garfield's Peter was Peter 3, something that Andrew Garfield's Peter was bummed to have to admit and was probably completely unfair, especially considering we saw Andrew come out of the Sling Ring portal first in that movie.
Organic webs. Peter 2 had him. He was cool. You're cool.
That's fire.
All of this seems to be in the context of Tom Holland's Peter testing out his new organic webbing on a rooftop, similar to the scene in the 2002 film where Tobey's Peter was testing his powers, trying to trigger the webbing with catchphrases like "Up, Up, and Away Web" and Shazam. Now in other promos, we're seeing this angle of Spider-Man and an unmasked Peter in the bodega, and it looks like Tom Holland got his non-alcoholic Bureau brand in there as a product placement. These angles were from this latest promo where Tom Holland appears with international football star Lionel Messi.
You good with heights? ¿Cómo?
But now let us first look at this interesting promo where Tom Holland and director Destin Daniel Cretton confirmed the detail we all spotted of Spider-Man's poses in this movie, recreating famous comic book covers, which includes a new shot of Scorpion.
And Tom had to do this kind of perfect uppercut, reverse swan dive, where we're yanking him up into the air towards the camera. It was a real awakening to how much control he has over every muscle in his body. He hit that perfect pose in 2 or 3 takes.
So this comic cover is Alex Saviuk's art from 1994 Spider-Man Adventures #2, which was really a tie-in comic with the Fox Kids Spider-Man animated series that was airing at the time. I really love hearing how committed Destin and Tom were to get this shot perfect with the uppercut maneuver by Scorpion. And to create that, they had to apply that move from the comic cover to how, in live action, this character's mechanical suit would activate. He controls his tail with the movement of his hands. Destin said that they had to shoot this in 420 frames per second. That's insane. It's 14 times slower than the normal frame rate. Yeah, the director's right that there really is not room for any acting choices there. But within that 1/14th of a second, Tom Holland was able to control his body enough to strike this expressive pose. And I love the detail of the knit cap flying off of his head. It's one of my favorite tropes in any action movie where the hat just flies off the head. You'll notice Peter's also wearing this vest, which I actually looked up. It's an original Breakburn Outfitters make. This is the look that we see Peter wearing in 2018's The Amazing Spider-Man number 795, written by Dan Slott and Christos Gage, with pencils by Mike Hawthorne. Why does Peter have to wear this outerwear on top of his suit? Well, because this new suit that he wears in this movie is not insulated for cold weather. Remember, the heaters that he had in his old suit were specific additions when that suit was powered by Stark Tech, as we saw in Spider-Man Homecoming. His new suit doesn't have those heaters anymore. But you may have seen some promos that when Peter fights Scorpion in this movie, it's not always going to be Scorpion, like in Monday's social media promo shared to us via this account named Dreams.
God, that's cool. We are faced with a danger that we can't control. Dr. Banner? I didn't know you could get that big.
Before we get into it, a little detail that I just noticed here. When Spider-Man swings in front of the flipping police squad car, he also has to quickly climb up his own web rope in order to clear the car. Yeah, there's so many little details of the practical swinging in this movie, I cannot wait. But yes, it looks like in that nighttime fight with Scorpion, Matt Gargan will actually be controlled by Sadie Sink's character, which it does increasingly look like will be Jean Grey. In the June trailer, the opening shot shows Scorpion suspending that DOD.
How do you feel about that? I feel like I'm the only one who doesn't want Jean Grey to be in here, for the sole reason of why would a mutant just be in here? I don't know. Obviously we're about to enter the mutant saga in the next era once Doomsday hits and all that good stuff, but I don't know. I had a homie I was talking to about that, and I told him I don't know how to feel about Sadie Sink's character, or I should just say Jean Grey. If she is Jean Grey, whoever she is, if she is Jean Grey, I don't know how I feel about her being in Brand New Day. I don't know. I think it's something I'd have to see, like, in the movie to see how it, like, blends in. But as of right now, I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's gonna suck or it's gonna be great. I'm more so indifferent about it. But shout out to her. For me, I can't never knock somebody who's gonna do a good job with the character that I like. So I guess we gotta watch out. I guess we gotta watch.
Soldier. At first, I thought that was 2 frozen DoD soldiers by Jean Grey's powers, like all the other New Yorkers we see in the trailer. But now I think it's Matt Gargan holding a DoDC soldier, right as Mac might be controlled telepathically by Jean Grey to do that. Now, yes, seeing Sadie Sink's character acting so villainously in these trailer shots is why a lot of you are still struggling with the reality that she's playing Jean Grey. Jean Grey is not known to be this mean. Phoenix arguably is, but Phoenix typically isn't this petty. I think we're just seeing a version of Jean who has been hunted and locked up by the DODC for many years of her life, leading her to now just be kind of basking and relishing and being free. Now, with Scorpion's suit, it doesn't look like it has the bright green color scheme from the comics, but if you look closely, as Matt Gargan says he's not Scorpion, there is a subtle green color in that dark armor. We still don't really know how Mac got out of prison or where he got this new suit, but it seems like someone, maybe Jean Grey, using her telepathic body hopping, has raided the DODC storage vault, which ever since Spider-Man Homecoming has become the biggest warehouse of confiscated Stark Tech, Chitauri Tech, any type type of MCU dangerous body armor or weaponry. Actually, in the hero shot of the June trailer, when Spider-Man falls out of that exploding building followed by Hulk, who's all webbed up in the rubble, that seems like it's going to be the DODC building of this movie. And I think this place will be filled with other technology that Peter has dealt with in past Spider-Man films, including this big detail that I missed in the past videos that I think could connect it all. As Spider-Man falls down in that rubble, if you look closely, he seems to be holding Shocker's gauntlet. This is the repurposed tech used by Herman Schultz, played by Bokeem Woodbine, in Spider-Man Homecoming, when he and Logan Marshall Green as Jackson Bryce were part of Adrian Toome's gang, who scavenged Chitauri tech from the Battle of New York and Ultron tech from the Battle of Sokovia. This gang's gear, along with most of the Stark weaponry at this point in MCU history, is now in the evidence locker of the DODC. It seems like every fun toy that was locked up by the DODC is now about to end up back on the streets in Brand New Day. I didn't realize.
First day at NYC, let's go!
MJ, I couldn't imagine going through this with anyone else.
Dad, who do you think is actually watching these?
I don't know. Maybe someone.
Well, bye, someone. I'm MJ.
I'm, Maynard.
I'm gonna go put these in water. It was nice to meet you, Maynard. Maynard. Yeah.
See, guys, I was not kidding when Peter tells MJ and Ned that his name is Maynard. I'm now realizing that Peter probably improvised that name by thinking of his dead aunt's name, May, and what he feels like as an imposter at this party, a nerd. There was also this promo that released recently.
You gotta come with me.
I don't know if you're the real Spider-Man.
Please, you just have to trust me.
Fine.
We're faced with a threat.
You sure you want to do this, Scorpion?
You think I'm Scorpion?
That can be anyone.
Dr. Banner? I didn't know you could get that big.
Spider-Man, Brand New Day.
But the Spidey tracker says Spider-Man is in the vicinity.
No way, that's crazy.
I'm not like a weirdo.
He's a little weird.
Yeah, a fun detail that I want to point out here is the way Ned reacts to seeing Spider-Man in his apartment dropping that Spidey tracker tablet is the same instinctual reaction that Ned made when he realized that he was in the same room as Spider-Man and Spider-Man.
Spider-Man is in the vicinity.
No way, that's crazy.
I'm not like a weirdo.
He's a little weird.
Yeah, a fun detail that I want to point out here is the way Ned reacts to seeing Spider-Man in his apartment dropping that Spidey tracker tablet is the same instinctual reaction that Ned made when he realized that he was in the same room as Spider-Man and Spider-Man Homecoming, dropping the Lego Death Star. Yeah, with MJ still wearing that broken Black Dahlia necklace that Peter got for her in Venice, we are going to see these little echoes of their past relationships with Peter as their memories try to naturally reconstruct what was erased by the runes of Kafkal's spell. Sony also released this scene that gives us a sense of Peter's amazing fight choreography.
Huh, gonna be like that. All right, just give me a sec. I'm not in high school anymore. Oh. Did you stretch? You a big stretcher? Oh. You ready? It's the key to longevity.
I just have to point out that Peter is dodging the freaking bullets. Yeah, he is super fast and agile, but also he's being helped by the Spidey sense to know where exactly those bullets are gonna fly. Now, there were actually a lot of Easter eggs revealed in a recreation of the set of this movie in a pop-up event held last week at Brooklyn's Greenpoint Terminal Warehouse, co-sponsored by Sony and Little Caesars. Fans willing to wait hours in line could walk through a recreation of Peter's apartment as we see it in Brand New Day. While this really was a fan event slash a walkable advertisement to go get a hot and ready pizza. It looks like the Sony team used some real set pieces, revealing some actual character names and appearances, including Liza Colon-Zayas' character, Detective DeWolf, who has a message on Peter Parker's computer saying, "I still can't figure out what the hand is after. Let me know if you have any leads." Yeah, Peter is working with Detective Jean DeWolf of the NYPD, played by Liza Colon-Zayas, who's amazing in the final season of The Bear that's now on Hulu. You should check it out. So who is Jean DeWolf? Well, I am going to spoil this here because it's really a storyline from 1985 to 1986, and I don't think they're exactly going to do this in this movie, but she's perhaps best known for the death of Jean DeWolf's storyline, where Jean takes on a partner who's former SHIELD agent Stanley Carter, and they become lovers, but Jean doesn't see that Stanley is obsessed with punishing criminals, a little too obsessed, as it evolves into a need for all sinners to die, leading him to become a serial killer villain named the Sin Eater. Jean ends up getting killed, and that leads Spider-Man to team up with Daredevil to bring the Sin Eater to justice. Really, I think the filmmakers were just pulling a female detective from Spider-Man comics, and they found Jean DeWolf. In this set recreation, we also see Peter's fridge fish that has some fun Easter eggs on it. Of course, there's Bring Flowers to Aunt May, as we see Peter doing. There's also a Queens County Sanitation Calendar 2026, even though we know this movie is not set in 2026. There's a magnet for the Washington Monument, referencing Peter's events there in Spider-Man Homecoming, and a postcard for Venice, referencing Peter's actions there in Spider-Man Far From Home. And because this is a Little Caesars pop-up, there's a Little Caesars receipt. Inside that fridge, it's not that embarrassing. We see a red onion in there, we see some kale. It's not that depressing inside, but we do see a box of donuts from Peter Pan Donut and Pastry Shop. That's a bakery MJ worked at the end of No Way Home. We know from the official screenplay that Peter still has the coffee cup that MJ gave him in that final scene. We also see Peter's clothing rack, where on the floor you can see this particular shirt, I survived my trip to NYC. Peter had to wear that shirt during his sad walk of shame in Spider-Man Homecoming, and he later throws it on in that hilarious long take sequence at the beginning of No Way Home, when all the helicopters were outside the window. But we also get a close-up of Peter's new homemade fabricator device. It's kind of like a sewing machine mixed with a 3D printer. And then there's this photo of Peter's research wall shared with us via Nerdropolis, giving us our first look at Tombstone, Marvin Jones III, including his thumbprints. Next to Tombstone, there is a masked figure in that photo that some are saying looks like the Rose, who is Kingpin's son, but the MCU Kingpin has not been established as a father to any son in the current continuity. And finally, in this set, you can read Peter's full letter that we hear him reading aloud in the trailers, a letter that he cannot bring himself to give to MJ or to read to her. It is so sad. Read the whole thing if you want to be depressed. Comment down below with your thoughts on all this new footage, and a special thanks to one of our In Our Underground subscribers, Bro, for supporting us at the executive producer level. Actually, starting next week, every Monday on the In Our Underground feed, we are going to be doing patron exclusive mailbag podcasts, where I will answer literally any question from our patrons, even if, and especially if, it's too hot for YouTube. You can get all of our exclusive bonus content by clicking the link in the description below, or going to nrunderground.supercast.com. Big thanks to Studio Tech Brian Kim, New Rockstars editors Joshua Stephen Hurd and Abby Friel, and all of our...
Alright. Let me close this up. Alright, that's the end of this video. Appreciate anybody tuning in for sure. Yeah, once again, let me know if y'all about to check this movie out. Let me know in my comments who's about to see. If you got any Spider-Man fans, how long you been a fan, what version of Spider-Man you like. I gotta think about that myself, because I just now thought about it. I don't know if I have a clear version of what variant I should say of Spider-Man do I like. Or I've been a fan since I was a kid. I think that was the first person or first superhero that I think I was like, I'm legit a fan. I remember coming across this comic with my best friend in like 3rd grade. And I think ever since then I was like, I knew that he was just super cool. Like, I didn't understand fully like about his character until I got older. But I think he's also is a lot of like people's introduction to like the superhero community. If they are fans, you could probably ask someone like who they started off with, and it's probably been Spider-Man. It's a majority that probably won't be, but I did. But yeah, without rambling and yapping too much, shout out anybody tuning in, and yeah, come on, like, comment, subscribe, help me get to 100. I'm getting there slowly but surely, and I appreciate anybody who did subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe, tell your mom to subscribe, tell your auntie, your brother, your cousin, grandma, anybody to subscribe to your boy. Yeah, we on that road to 100. I know it sounds small, but I ain't got 100 yet, so it's obviously big to me. And yeah, like that, we out.
Everything black and red, everything red, I'm so fucked up in my head, I got a damn problem. Man, fuck your plug, nigga, you know I want the hell. Ain't no point talking about that money, there ain't no damn profit. Really, girl, I'm a demon in the sky, look what you see in me. You might be as fucked up as I am, it's just a chemistry. They tell down on your name like who's to blame, it's a conspiracy.